What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Bops Podcast on the Bops Network. What you got, the host with the most, man with the plan of the hour, King ECG, and Manila.
It's your boy Intervention. If you don't know, you should know.
Oh, hey, yo, like, comment, subscribe, hit the noti bell, be part of the noti gang. Hit the comments below, man. Hey, all of our new subscribers, we appreciate y'all, man. Let us know in the comments what you messing with, what you ain't messing with. Let us know your opinions. And if you are brave enough, and I see it like this because me and Da Vinci here for all the smoke, baby. All the smoke. Brave enough, y'all can join us on the show to debate your favorite topics. All good. But anyways, let's get to business. Yo! I don't know who Bryan Barberena is. I really don't. It's like I said, I'm not a super casual, but I'm a casual. That's fair to say. For me, it's fair to say I'm a casual. I do pay attention to the sport, but I couldn't tell you half these guys' names because when UFC was like about to get on its peak, that's when I was paying attention to it. After I kind of fell off. So, but Robbie Lawler, everything was working. Your poker face was working for about a round.
Yeah.
But that boy put them elbows on you, and all of a sudden, do the stanky leg. Do the stank. You can't see my leg right now, but do the stanky leg. Okay? So, Da Vinci, I'm going to let you break it down first, then I'm going to come with my response after.
Well, to add some detail to what you're saying, King, for me is, listen, the fight was amazing. And it's just like whenever you put Robbie Lawler in any fight, especially somebody that wants to stand and bang with him, that's going to be a good fight. But listen, for me, is I didn't understand the game plan of Robbie Lawler to coming out there and just going wild and just like there was no defense in Robbie Lawler. I don't know if you saw that, King. There was no defense. I understand Bam Bam Bryan doesn't have a knockout power, but you know what? He didn't need knockout power. He was just throwing shots in volumes, just volumes of shots. And it took a toll on Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler couldn't keep up with no more. You saw he was giving in when he was at distance, it was jabs, it was punches. When he got close, it was elbows. Robbie Lawler stand there and he took it. And then when they get into a little brawl situation, Robbie Lawler is just taking it and then he's throwing back. And I mean, listen, Bryan Barberena can go 5 rounds fighting like that. That's not a thing for him, right? So that's where I said I did not understand Robbie Lawler's game plan. I thought he should have picked his shots more carefully. But that fight played right in the hands of Bam Bam. And
well, I have to disagree, sir. I have to disagree. I feel that Robbie won the first round and a quarter. Not a half, quarter. The first round, Robbie was very aggressive, picked his shots. His jab was working. He stayed on the outside and was clipping him. I mean, he busted up homeboy's face. You got to give Robbie some credit here. Like, Robbie came through.
Hold on. You're absolutely right. Robbie Lawler hit him with some power shots. But if you don't know this about Bam Bam, people, you're gonna have to hit him with the kitchen sink, the bathtub, and every damn thing to get that boy out of there. Okay? So when I said before, King, that he can fight 5 rounds like that, he can take it. He can fight 5 rounds like that. Robbie Lawler couldn't. That was a lot of volume in the first round for Robbie Lawler. He's 40 years old. You know, let's put that into context here. He's 40 years old. That was a very tough round for him. Because even though he was beating up Bam Bam in the first round, he had to work for it.
No, of course.
So he was getting peppered in his face too.
No, listen, sir. I'm not saying he wasn't getting hit. What I'm saying is, if you look at the scorecards, if you watch the fight, if we never knew the outcome, and all we got was the highlights before the outcome, we would say Robbie Lawler was winning the fight. He was connecting a little bit more.
Absolutely not. Yeah, bro. It was 147 significant strikes, right? To 81. Bro, it was 116 to 65 in headshots. Body
Fam,
shots, it was like 18 to 15. All on leg shot, leg kicks, it was 13-1. All
listen.
on Barberena's side.
I watched the fight this morning.
I know you
I'm
watched the fight.
telling you, Robbie was winning that fight.
No,
Hands down was winning that fight. The problem Robbie had was he didn't stay on the outside. When Robbie was on the outside, he was almost picking him apart. You see what
that's
I'm
why I
saying?
said. Remember what I
But
said
once you
earlier? There
close
was
the
no
distance,
defense.
no, but what I'm saying is, of course, I'm not going to argue that he was coming with any defense. Don't get it twisted. Robbie Lawler was out there trying to bang. He wasn't trying to do all this slipping. You know what I mean? He was your shot for my shot. He was trading shots with Bryan, and Bryan got the best of him, right? But Lawler was giving him damage. Now, did he daze him? No. But he busted his face up enough that when he started tapping him, you could see he wasn't wincing, but you could obviously see it was bothering him. Now, the thing I give Bryan is Bryan, in close to the end of the first round, he hit him with the first elbow and realized that Robbie did not like that. Robbie, you know what I mean? He wasn't stunned, but you could tell right away he was trying to get his distance from him. Now, in the second round, once he seen Robbie didn't like that, and he hit him like he hit him with an upward elbow, like he was hitting with elbows from all angles. You know what I'm saying? But it was the one
Oh,
upward elbow.
yeah,
Go ahead.
it's not that. It's not like that. Robbie didn't like it. It was just adjustment by the corner, and to see that Robbie, like I mentioned earlier, had no defense and he was not doing anything. I think he was just gonna go in there and he was gonna annihilate Bam Bam. But you see, his head was just right there, King. He was just like his head was right there. So exactly, feed him elbows all day long.
No, of course, but to my point now, when I'm speaking for Robbie and saying I felt Robbie was winning, most of the time when Robbie goes into some of these fights, he starts looping his shots. He wasn't doing that. Everything was crisp, precise. So that's why
Yeah,
I felt he was winning because he wasn't wasting any shots. You
but
know what I mean?
yeah, listen, I get it. Listen, and he hit some very beautiful shots, right? Right. Just to add to what you're saying, he hit some very clean,
Like
crisp
his
shots.
jab was clean
Yeah,
and it
but
was
you know what?
swift.
But yeah, this is what a lot of people are missing though, and I've seen even though Robbie hit those shots, when Robbie hit one shot, Barberena's hitting him with 3 or 4 shots. That's
No,
how
of
the fight
course.
was going,
No, of course.
and
But remember,
that's why I had him.
he was backing Bryan up though. Bryan pressed him in the beginning of the second round. But the first round, Robbie was pressing him the whole time. You know what I mean?
And
And
if
like
you
you
go
said,
back,
no defense.
if you go back and watch that, a lot of times he's pressing him. He's just going there with his head down. Some of them times he didn't throw punches, and while he was doing that, he was getting hit in the face. So that's why I'm saying, from when I was watching it, Barberena won the fight because listen, he was peppering him 1 shots to 4 shots all the time.
No, I feel you, but sometimes it only takes it to be a one hit quitter, and that be that. But Robbie, I have to appreciate the ref stepping in
Yeah,
because the last shot Robbie took, he was about to fall out, and before he fell out, Bryan was gonna put, you know what I mean, the good
yeah,
night, and they stopped it. And Robbie, I got love for you, Lawler, man, but I think it's time you hang it up. I think it's time you
yeah.
move to being an analyst or just talking the fight game. You're still super educated in that. You still have your wits and your sense about you. I think it's time that you move on, man. You you showed heart, but I don't care who you are. If you come into the fight game with no defense, I don't care if you're fighting a scrub. You're gonna get hurt, man, and nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true words, King. You're right. You're absolutely right. Robbie Lawler, man. Yeah, I don't know, King. I think it's listen for me to sit here and tell somebody to retire, especially a professional fighter. This is their life, right? This is what they have known. This is what they live for. It's a very hard thing to do, right? It's a very hard thing to do. But as a fan, and you watching there, and you watching some of your favorite fighter lose. Of course, we're gonna have that input, right? We can't make the decisions for them, but we can have that input. opinion to say it's time.
No, of course.
And
I mean, come on, man. Even when we see Frankie Edgar get knocked out, the way he
yeah,
got knocked out, I was like, yo, dude, you gotta hang. Listen, I know this is your life. I'm not,
hmm
but I want to see you live. You can do way more good on this earth having all your faculties than you being in a wheelchair, or you know what I'm saying. And that's what can happen in this fight game. You can
and
get hurt, and look at Muhammad. Come on, man.
and the thing is too, to add to what you're saying, yeah, you could get hurt because listen, some of these guys, these young guys now, listen, the new breed of MMA fighters is no
They're not
joke.
playing.
They're
They're not
not playing. Um, yeah, and listen, some of these guys we're just talking about. You name Frankie, Robbie. Listen, these guys have nothing to prove. These guys are
playing.
all first ballot Hall of Famers.
They're legends.
Nothing else to prove. Nothing
Exactly.
else.
You know what I'm saying? But you let us know how you felt about that fight down below. Yet again, it's your boy, the host of the Most Amount to Plan, Yawa King ECG and Manila.
Yo, it's your boy Da Vinci. But before I finish the rest, jump in the comment and let us know what UFC content you want us to jump on. You want us to break down top fives. You want us to break down lightweights, all of that, anything. Jump in the comments and get in there. Don't be scared. Your boy, like King said, bro, we ain't scared to debate with no one.
You get me?
But just know one thing: when you jump on here, though, we don't roll with that bias. We keep it real.
Ain't no skip around here, son. Cannibal. New media. And yo, prayers up for my guy. You know what I'm saying? And his loved ones. I hope everything works out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to disclose his name. I don't feel like I need to. You know what I mean? I want to respect him and his family. But, you know, one of our good friends, our brother, he's going through something right now. We just, you know what I mean, need y'all to pray for him. You know what I mean? Pray for his family. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, though, it's your boys, and we'll see you next time. Easy.